Alright,
So this game.
here we go. We're rocking and rolling. Hey, if either of you guys are bored during the hour and want to come over and hang out, you're more than welcome. This is going to be kind of a relaxed stream, hopefully, because I'm not playing my game, so I'm not self-conscious about it. I'm going to play all you guys' games and just rip them new assholes. It's going to be, this is going to be great.
What are you gonna play?
I don't know. Like, I think the idea
Play
is...
Waking Mars.
I don't have Waking Mars on this. I have it on my iPad.
Oh, sure.
Which I can't procure right now, and I can't prove that to you. But trust me.
Okay. I don't trust.
But if you give me a Steam code, then I could play it right now. Because I don't have $5. How much is it? It's probably 10.
It was like $2 during the autumn sale.
Oh.
You probably own it already. You probably.
No, I own it on iPad. I don't own it on
Are you sure
Steam.
You don't? You should.
Actually, I might have it on Humble Bundle,
Humble, yeah.
and I haven't redeemed the Steam key.
Yeah, you should do that on your stream. Are we like on the stream right now?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
We're on the stream right now. It's not, there's only 250 people in it, so don't worry about it.
So not super important.
No. Hey guys, so if you guys look at my screen here, this is what Steam tells me I've been recently playing. And it really makes it look like I don't develop video games at all, because there's a lot of games here. But what I figured I could do this week, because I didn't have Duskers in a state where I kind of want to show it off. So that's why I titled this Steam Library Roulette, where I'm going to ask you guys to pick a game, and I will talk about that game and maybe play it a little bit, or just show it at least so that people understand what it is. But this is going to require your interaction. Otherwise, I'm going to pick. And my daughter picks Proteus and just chases frogs. And so if you guys just want to see me chase frogs for an hour, then you can just remain silent. But otherwise, you're going to have to tell me what game you're interested in. Brothers right here, while we're talking about my daughter, because I know that's why you guys tune in, I was playing that with my daughter, who's like 3 years old, and the color palette on this game, I mean, I don't know if you guys can even see the artwork here on the front, but the color palette makes it look very kind of Disney-esque. It's got this kind of, I would call it Fable-like color scheme, with like, kind of soft colors, and it's about these two boys, and there aren't, machine guns and stuff. You just kind of walk through and you push shit and stuff like that. And so I thought that would be fine for her. And spoiler alert, I don't know if any of you guys have played Brothers. I haven't played it all the way through. But as I was playing it, like, things got a little bit more grim. Like, there were wolves, but that's not a big deal. But then we walked by all these people that were hanging from the trees, like dead. And I was like, all right, well, she doesn't really know what that is, so let's just walk through here really quickly. And then I got to a scene where someone was hanging themselves, and one brother has to, like, grab them and hold them so that they're not choking to death, while the other brother, like, runs up and undoes the noose. And actually, I thought that was a really cool scene because it was off to the side, and you control each brother with a different thumbstick, and I immediately responded. It's almost like this innate urge to save someone whose life is at risk. And I immediately went and, like, with the bigger brother, went and grabbed the guy and held him up. And the other brother, like, ran up and just untied it. And I did this in, like, a matter of seconds. And I was kind of surprised that I had so much dexterity. And it was almost like they channeled this, like, inner preservation instinct in me or something like that. They manipulated my, my Darwinian reflexes. And so that was kind of interesting. However, when playing a game with your 3-year-old daughter and rescuing people from hanging themselves, it didn't seem appropriate. So, needless to say, we're not playing that anymore. And I just downloaded Child of Light, which I'm hoping will be a little bit more appropriate for her. And not that it's super kiddie or anything like that. She's actually so young that you can get away with more stuff. But yeah. I think the idea is that it's something that at least people aren't hanging themselves. Fantasy violence is okay. And this is funny because I'm going through right now with a virus named Tom Vita. I'm going through the ESRB and PEGI ratings stuff, and it's really interesting to see their classifications of the various forms of violence in video games. And it kind of makes sense with, like, fantasy violence versus, like, very graphically, physically realistic violence and stuff like that. So yeah. But I'm not seeing. I know that the chat was down last week, but I'm not seeing any suggestions. What's going on, guys? I've got all these games in front of you, and you're not. I'm getting nothing here. I'm drowning. Maybe I'll have to go to Twitter. Twitter says Mini Metro. All right, we're gonna go with Mini Metro because no one in the chat is talking, and Twitter is. So let's see, Mini Metro. Let's open up Mini Metro. Whoa, it's gonna go. Uh-oh, it's gonna go full. It's gonna go full screen on us. So maybe I can. Actually, this is to be a nerd. Chess the Gathering. That would be a good one. I could play Chess the Gathering. I need. Oh no, there's an AI opponent now. I wouldn't even need you guys to log in and play against me. This I want to do for Duskers. They've got this nice page where they're like, hey, guess what? This is a beta, and here are some issues with the game, and here are some recent changes, and it's just really slick. Everything about the game is kind of slick, so I kind of want to do that. I'm going to unfull screen this bad boy just so that. Uh-oh. Here, hold on. Maybe. Whoops. What just happened? Is this like live doing it? 1920 by 1080. Oh, it is. It's just kind of like grabbing it and changing the resolution. I'm freaking Brad out. Here, I'm gonna reply. Done. Alright, so Brad wanted to watch Mini Metro, so we're on Mini Metro. Brendan. I can't get you out of my mind, man. So I don't know if you guys have played Mini Metro or seen Mini Metro, and I know your first reaction is going to be like, this is an iPhone game, which like Brad Johnson makes, and so therefore, there are less games, right? Making enemies. But I kid. iPhone games are awesome. But I know that a lot of people on Steam have a prejudice against them. And this is a really cool game. And one thing that's actually really cool that I'm going to show you guys right now, which you're going to be like, really, Tim, that's cool, is night mode. So this is how you normally play the game, and it's really colorful and bright. And I was playing it at night, and I was like, dude, this is killing my eyes because there's so much white back here. I was like, and then I don't really know why I even bothered, but I was like, let me go into the options, and there's a freaking night mode. Night mode. See, it's cooler when you say it really high pitched like that. See? And basically, they've muted some. I think they've muted some of these colors, and they've just put a gray background here. I would say that my eyes are playing tricks on me, and they just changed the background color, and these colors are no different, but like I perceive them as different because the background color is different, but I'm pretty sure that they changed those colors. Anyway, so as you can kind of see, this is sort of slick, and it's a really simple game, but it's fun. And there's a couple different modes. Play. London. Play. Uh-oh. Paris. Play. Okay, we can't play London for some reason. I don't know why. The thing that's the most amazing thing about this game, and I know you guys are going to think I am an idiot, which, one could argue. Oops. No. No. Or, you know what? Stop it. Stop. One of the most amazing things about this game is that it slowly zooms out. And this blows my mind. Like, I play this game, and new train stations appear. You're connecting train stations with the metro system, which is really cool. And it's really slick, and it feels really juicy, as people would say, because it's very clean, the design and everything like that. So see how this little circle just appeared here? And it's like, oh, crap, now I got to get people over there. So you extend the blue line over the water, and now you're good. And little dudes appear at these different stations, and there's a triangle guy here, which basically means I want to get to the triangle. So he could either hop on right now like he's going to and go to this triangle station, or go to this triangle station, would have been fine too. And he'd, of course, transfer from the yellow line to the blue line. And here we got another one. But what's really hard to see, and you can only tell if you look at like the edge of the screen right here, is that the map is slowly zooming out the whole time you're playing, so that the city is bigger and bigger, and you can place more points. Um, and I know what you guys are saying, like shut up and build the new triangle station already. Um, boop. Um, and that blew my mind because as I was playing it, it was just I don't know. I guess it just kind of like I was always imagining there was this time where it would, like zoom out to another level, and I was missing it because I wasn't paying attention or something like that, or they they hit it with a transition or a flash or something like that. And then I like stopped and stared at the board for a while and realized that it was exactly that it was just slowly zooming out, which I think is awesome. Um, yeah, I know, right? I'm not alone in this. It totally slowly zooms out. And so you can see here that it has zoomed out since I've been playing. And when you're concentrating on this thing, you don't really notice it. It kind of blows my mind. Um, but so another thing that I start to realize with this is the strategy behind the game, right? So you can build another line. So right now, if I just pop this up, can you guys see that? Yeah, you can. I have one more line. So if someone hops on the train right now and wants to get to a triangle, they can. You try to make sure that from any stop, you can kind of get to any other stop quickly. So you don't want this, where there's two triangles in a row or something like that, or two circles in a row, which is obnoxious that appeared there. Um, so what I might do now is I might just build a whole nother line. Problem is it's like circle, circle, dot, dot, and now you get your cootie shot. Uh, yeah, so there is lack of sound design, as you can hear from the game. I didn't really think about that. I don't really have much sound design in Duskers right now either, um, which is my fault. So, damn it. They do have a very slick UI that allows you to reroute these things that you guys are seeing, but there's it's pretty awesome, and I met these guys, and they're pretty rad, but it has its fair share of issues. Wow, there's a ton of guys right here, so I'm just going to go ahead and add another line to it, like that. Whoops. Let me get these guys going. I have the most ridiculous system right now. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? After I deliver these squares to their proper place, I'm going to do that. So one of the things that is key in a game like this is that you make it so that the interface is part of the game and that it's really slick. And it is, to a degree. So right now, one thing that's really cool, like let's say I want to connect that circle to this line, I can drag from here and connect the circle, which is super slick. The only problem is when you want to, in my opinion, is when you want to delete a line. So here I got this carriage. So right now, like my blue line is probably my longest line, so I'm just going to add a carriage to it, and now I can carry more people. So one thing that I don't like, or it just takes some getting used to, I guess, is if I want to delete this and reroute it to here, what I have to do is grab the end of this, and normally I would drag it over here. But what I have to do to delete it is I have to go to the circle and hold it there, and then it'll delete, and then I can move it backwards and undo. And that kind of makes sense. But for some reason, as you'll see as I'm playing, it doesn't feel supernatural, and it doesn't work super well. And I don't know what the solution to that is at all. But no, there you go. So yeah. Oh, another thing that's rather interesting is see how this is an odd shape. It's like a I don't even know what it is. It's like an Assassin's Creed symbol. If someone wants to get here, this is the only place they can go to get their copy of Assassin's Creed. So you kind of want to have that as more of a hub, like more as a central location where a lot of lines are crossing to make it so that people can easily get here. Not that 1,000 people will be wanting to go here, and as long as they get on this thing it would be fine.
So
But yeah.
Cindy, like in Michigan,
Yeah.
shit about these chairs.
Yeah, bam. Just so you know, I'm streaming, so anything you say will be heard by millions of people.
Or like
Justin Bailey people, here to talk
15?
smack about indies, because he hates them.
No, seriously, were our chairs getting knocked?
Uh,
we were talking.
Mine wasn't, because I stole mine from the other room.
Oh man, you're smart.
I'm all Aeroned up. You can also delete middle segments by doing kind of a weird unwrapping motion, which is hard to describe. I gotta try this. Hold on. Delete middle segments by doing a weird unwrapping motion. Here. I'm gonna change. In the middle of this, I'm gonna unwrapping motion. Like that. What's an unwrapping motion? Oh, dude, you're right. I just did something.
Dude, that's
So I connected it. Thank you.
Wait, where are they?
We're not double fine. Yeah. Yeah, it's that number. I'm not double fine yet, dude. But pretty soon you'll be begging to be on my stream. Okay, we got a locomotive and a line. So here, hold on, I want to do that again. Damn it, now I can't do it. Hold on.
Even this conversation has an agenda.
Okay. So I'm gonna delete this. So I go like this or something. That does work. Wow. T.M. Gunter, you are genius. I never even knew that. It's blowing my mind. Okay, so I'm gonna write out shit to say about Mini Metro in a second. So if anybody wants to pick another game from the selection, and I guess actually maybe what I need to do is show you guys the selection, which is that. Go ahead on it. A minor point on Mini Metro is that I met these guys when I was at IndieCade. They're from across the pond. They are radtastic. And it was just really cool because they were kind of playtesting the game as they were there. And so it was really fun. It's always fun as an indie dev to go to these like indie events like IndieCade or PAX or something like that, and then meet someone that makes a really cool game and be like, whoa, you're the dude that made the really cool game, and I get to talk to you because I am also making games. It's just kind of like this fringe benefit of making games. It's like you don't get any money, but you get to talk to people. Yeah, it's almost like you have to take it from one side of that point and then almost connect it to the other side of the point. Maybe that works. Maybe that's what you're doing. Oh no, that's not what you're doing. So it's like, yeah, it's like you've got to flick it around. Yeah, it's like you've got to flick it around that point. Nuclear Throne or Chess the Gathering or FTL. Okay, so, all right, you guys have to vote then. Chess the Gathering? All right, I'm going to kill this. Chess the Gathering takes a little bit. So the only thing on Chess the Gathering, where's Chess the Gathering? Here it is. So the only thing on Chess the Gathering right now is that we did do an update. So Nuclear Throne. Okay, I'll move to Nuclear Throne in a second. I'll give a quick update on Chess the Gathering. So Chess the Gathering, we added an update. I actually had an intern come on and work on the game a little bit, and we added an update that's not on the Steam version, where it will not only notify you via sound when it's your turn, which is a big deal, but then also it gives you a list of all the moves in the game so that you can walk through the game's history and see what happened. And that's moving toward being able to do asynchronous play, which I really want to put in the game. Another thing that I did was I added in what am I thinking? Oh, I made a whole new rule set. So right now the rule set is very much based a little bit on luck. It's a little bit more, what is it? It's a little bit more there's a lot. The game is more chess than Magic, but it has a lot of elements from Magic, like what is my hand, and you can't see my hand, and stuff like that. So some people got a little bit frustrated with that. And of course, people that like Magic want it to be more like Magic, and people that like chess more want it to be more like chess. So what I did was I made it so that you have more perfect knowledge of the board to make it work more like chess. So what's going to happen is that you can see your opponent's cards, and they only have 3 of them. And I also made rules like you can only cast anything wherever you can see it, and you can cast more casters, and you only get 1 mana per caster. You don't get 1 mana per creature, so there's not this crazy slant that happens, and it's a much more perfect knowledge deterministic game, and so it's really interesting. Let's see if I can beat the AI really quickly without really trying. The AI isn't super bright, but it's impressively bright, so I'm just going to put him in check real quick to make him have to move. I'm going to line up a perfect shot. Can I fork him? I can. Okay, check this out. So if I move here, I can cast... Oh, and I don't have enough mana. Alright, hold on. I'm just going to wait. Alright, I'll wait for a second. Oh, now I can't fork him because he moved, because he's a jerk. And I have to worry about being forked myself. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put him in check. Can he... and then... I'm going to put him in check again. I'm going to put both of them in check and see if he can get out of that. And then... Oh my god, I can cast more? Oh jeez, the game might be over now. Yep, game over. He couldn't get out of 3 checks. Yay! So that's a quick game of Chess the Gathering. And that's a quick update on what's going on with Chess the Gathering. I do want to update this. Like, so many people have been so cool and so excited about the game. But we're working on Duskers right now, so I need to bring on someone, like an intern or something, to help me just update the game every now and then. I'm also worried if I put in the second rule set that it'll divide people, because it's hard enough to find a game right now. Like, there's no way I can find a game right now. Like, if I went in to find a game, there's no games. Wait, how do I do this? Yeah, see, there's nothing there to... So I don't want to divide up our player base with, like, 2 different rule sets or anything like that, though I would love feedback on it. So, I don't know. Okay. Speed Chess the Gathering. The only thing... So I didn't get to talk to Bennett. I met him also at IndieCade, and I didn't get to talk to him about the Speed Chess one. It's really funny to me, and it's interesting, and it's probably one of those games that if I play it, I will change my opinion, but for me, being how much I love chess, it's like, and I play speed chess, but it just seems so the antithesis of chess, which I know is the point. But yeah. Okay. So all right. So Nuclear Throne. So let's rock this right now. So Nuclear Throne is. Whoops. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let me see if I can't lower the volume of this for you guys anyway. What just happened? Oh. Did that affect anything? Oh, it did. Okay. How is that too loud for you guys? Let me know. Oh, it goes all the way down here. Got it. Okay. Yeah. So does that better? I can't hear exactly. Oh, you know what I also need to do is not full screen, if I can. Full screen. Whoa! Yikes. Can I just resize this? Oh, I can. Sweet. Alright. Smidge lower. Okay, now it's good. Okay, good. So this is a game that normally I would say still seems a little loud. I can turn it down a little bit for you guys. Maybe. Oh, how did the music volume go all the way back up? Okay. So this is a game that normally I would say I would assume I'm not into, because generally I lump this in the category with twin stick shooters. Where like I'm moving with one hand and I'm using the other to aim or whatever. And I played a game called Teleglitch, Die More Edition. I don't know if you guys have seen that game. But basically, it's like that. It's a roguelike that's real time, and you aim with the mouse and you use the keyboard. And I also, whoa, Jesus! For those of you who have never seen my mouse, this is my mouse. I use a joystick mouse. It's very phallic, and it's very ergonomic, because when I was at DreamWorks, like tweaking CVs and stuff like that, I got tendinitis and it really hurt, and my fingers started going numb. So now, instead of using a mouse like this, in my natural resting position. But the problem is that this isn't super great for playing video games. And I know, I could just switch mice and it's not a big deal, but I try and not bother switching mice because it hurts my wrist. So anyway, that was a very long-winded way of saying I normally don't play games like this. But Teleglitch kind of turned me back onto them. And this is also a roguelike, and I love Lambert, and I was like, let me give it a shot. After watching Pete play through on it and kind of say how it's really cool. So let me just show you real quick how this game works. No. Okay, so this is very classically arcadey, where it's going to be like, I fire a bunch of things, and it makes a lot of loud noises, and I kill stuff and stuff like that. But if you look past that veneer, it's actually a really cool kind of game. So I'm just going to kill this guy. And Pete talked a little bit in his video that he made, that he never made public. The fact that, unlike a lot of sort of twin stick shooters, it still has the classic mechanic where you back away a lot. You fire a lot and you kind of back away a lot. No, I don't want that. Yeah, I do want that. So you do kind of, duck and roll and stuff like that. And now I'm leveling up, so I'm going into the next level. Oh, and I got so many of those little green lottery tickets that are probably like mutagen or something like that I get like a power-up, which is cool, and I get to pick from 4 of them, and they're very simply phrased, like shells bounce further, or get full health and some ammo, things like that. So I'll go ahead and get full health, because that seems really cool. One other thing that's interesting about this, so like a roguelike, or it is basically a roguelike, it gets progressively more difficult, which is good, because every time the first couple levels are just about me scaling up, and then eventually getting better. Whoa! I keep forgetting, I never use my special abilities, because I haven't played this in a while, but I should really do that. One thing that I admire about the game, though, is that normally you would want to camp, right? Like, I'm just going to go back here, and I'm just going to camp and fire at things that come near me, or just move up slowly. And they have a really good, I think machine gun or shotgun? What do you guys think? I'll go with shotgun. Whoops. And so what I was going to show you guys is that if you can't... Wow, I'm actually doing pretty good. So if I camp here, alright... Oh, that's interesting. Did it bring that weapon with you? So I'm just going to camp here and play it safe. And eventually they spawn an enemy back here that pushes me out of my little camping spot. They're not doing it right now. But I swear it's happened to me where I've just like sat back here and like fired at them like this. And something spawned behind me, but it's not happening now. Another thing that they do is you'll notice that on all the weapon types, or on all the projectiles, they put a, they kind of have a front and a back to it so that it indicates its direction. And so in a bullet hell type game, when there's lots of things going on, it's nice to just visually really quickly look at a piece of ammo and be able to tell like what direction it's coming in from. Yeah. You said the robot is your favorite? I honestly haven't played this game a lot. So where is the robot? Do you see a robot, Randy?
Nope.
See a chicken.
Maybe it's not unlocked.
Maybe I haven't unlocked the robot. You guys are making me all feel...
There's that one next to it.
This guy? Higher rate of fire. Pop pop. I don't know what pop pop is. Let's just do that because it sounds exciting.
It's throwing money.
You throwing money? So, the special ability is to fire? It's no different than... I don't understand. It seems no different than a regular fire. Anyway. Yeah, so the projectiles kind of make... Randy Hammond, ladies and gentlemen.
What?
Randy O'Connor. Sorry. Wrong. Randy Hammond is actually a guy I worked with at DreamWorks, whose name was also Randy, but he is not you. And it's hard for me to... Now I kind of understand when you're watching Let's Players, and they're always complaining about like how it's difficult to like talk and think and then like fire at things at the same time. Because like, it is. Look at you, you're so willing to play with the team and stuff like that. Have you played this?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it's a game that I definitely would immediately think like is not my kind of game. But then when I started playing it, like many games, it's wow, this fire is a lot slower. That is much more powerful. But you see how the red arc on the back of those bullets kind of indicate direction? I think that's kind of clever.
Did you see?
Yes, I was kind of quoting
that what
that.
you were talking
Yeah, he never posted that though. So our friend,
Wait, it's not online?
I don't, maybe he
Might
just
be
never
on
linked
Let's
to
Play.
it, yeah. Yeah, so he did kind of a Let's Play of this, which was kind of a design Let's Play, and I'm basically just cheating and like doing everything that he
Talking
said.
about what
Yeah, I'm just trying to make people think I'm smart by just bogarting everything that he said.
it's fine.
Yeah. Well, he's played it more, and he has a higher appreciation for this game.
Right. Is the terrain destructible?
Pop Pop is like a pop gun I always have with me, regardless of what other... Oh, I get it. The terrain... I don't think the terrain is destructible.
I feel like I saw something.
I have like explosive arrows or something like that. See how there's an arrow inside of them? It didn't kill them. Or maybe it just sticks out. I don't really know. But this game... Oh, everything's empty.
Yeah.
Oh, dying is fun. So this game actually... So the reason I got into this game... And now you guys don't get to pick because I'm just going to go right to Teleglitch. Teleglitch is a roguelike, also like sort of action platformery. Again, a game that I wouldn't think I'd be super into, but was really, really fun.
It's really good. Yeah.
Oh, you've played it?
I played it for like an hour, and I was like, the number of games I play more than an hour is very few.
Right. The only problem with this game is that it's so freaking hard.
You know what I really liked discovering about this game? Well, actually, I don't know if I like discovering, but it's fascinating is that the shadows are just clearly 3D models.
Oh, you mean the black?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're these 3D. They're these projected cubes that are
That
like
come toward
the camera. Yeah.
And it looks like there's probably some movement in them. Like they
Yeah.
seem to change shape somewhat,
Yeah.
but they do seem to be.
Ah, you fuckers! Oh shit! Oh damn! Yay!
Yeah, when you play this next to Nuclear Throne, it definitely feels very similar. Kind of
Yeah,
like
they have
the
a
immediate, you know.
they have a similar vibe where they're like kind of action roguelike top down. firing on things. This
I do
one,
like the idea that this is basically Doom from top down.
yeah.
Right. Mailbox.
Yes, I also have a rocket launcher that I'll show here, and I'll kill myself. No, I won't. Hold on. If I have a bigger... I kind of feel like Nuclear Throne is really cool, and I haven't played it a lot. The thing that I think I love about this one is the pacing of it. Like, I'm an old man, and my reaction time is not super great. So it's kind of one of those things where, like, this game is, because there's, like, it's not always constant craziness going on, it's a little more feasible for me. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to show off my... Oh, I didn't have to.
And yes, as far as it, the more you think about them as being polygons, the more the visual kind of... It actually, I feel uncomfortable about the visual now. I preferred it when I thought of them as, like, things being caps, but I'm almost certain they're polygons, right?
They're
If you
modeled
look-
cubes that extrude up toward the camera,
Right.
and then perspective causes them to look like they are
Right,
revealing
there's
more about the
definitely some
environment.
field of view
Right.
kind of stuff
And
being messed with.
I actually,
Like some distortion to the camera. Like it almost feels slightly fisheye.
Right,
There's a
it definitely
very
does.
subtle fisheye kind of look going on, and then yeah, those are just like big black cubes that
Right.
extend towards
So
the camera.
before I ever played this, David told me about this game, and he was like, "Oh," and he explained this to me and
Yeah.
how it was an interesting look. So I never got to see the game in a way, like the Brogue-like way it's supposed to be viewed. You know, I always
Right.
saw those cubes in there.
Right. Well, and if you just see like screenshots, or if you don't play it, like when I first was playing it, there was about half an hour where I didn't think about it. I was like, oh, this is kind of a cool, like, shadows, like extreme shadows being
Dude,
cast.
I didn't ever realize your health can go over 100. I always like save my like canned meat and stuff like that. I always save it.
I wonder if it goes down though, like Doom or like Quake. Like if you have more than 100, it like will slowly drop over time.
Oh, really?
In Quake, I don't know if this will, but
Huh.
like you can get more than 100.
I didn't play a
health,
ton
but
of Quake, so I don't know.
Really liked Quake 3.
Yeah.
So
Die, fucker. Yeah, so I think one of the things I really like I was saying, is like the pacing of this. Like I feel like I'm exploring I feel like I'm more exploring, and then every now and then it's sort of like that
This
Left 4
tense.
Dead moment, like which I didn't adore Left 4 Dead like everybody did, but like you have this moment where they all start coming, and there's something incredibly gratifying about aiming. Like I certainly when you get better at other games, you definitely have to aim well. But like I feel like they're slow enough that I can kind of go like this and strafe around them and then fire, right? And it makes me feel like I'm a badass, which is pretty much like what I want to feel like when I'm playing a game. Sort of this refugee badass that has to like really worry because like something could be around the corner that could try to kill me.
a very worried badass.
A very worried badass, which isn't very badass at all, I guess, now that I think about it. But okay, so I'm going to the right. But I guess it makes the world feel more. I don't know. I guess it makes it feel more real, like I'm in an environment.
Are you just backtracking?
I guess I am. I thought that there were some doors I hadn't gone through.
Oh, forward.
There, that one, yeah. Now, one of the problems is that like everybody else, again, this is my mouse issue, has a scroll wheel, and so they can scroll up and down on this really fast. I have to like right-click to scroll one way and hit shift to scroll the other because I don't have a scroll wheel. And like for those of us that don't have scroll wheels on their mice, like it really kind of screws you in some games. I mean, you adapt to it and you get better at it, just like aiming with this weird thing. But it's my own fault, but
Yeah.
still.
And you're welcome, Tim. Yeah, we definitely. You
Huh?
can't unsee the black 3D boxes.
Oh, is
now.
that what they're saying?
Yeah. It's weird when you're like, oh, Oh, right. And
Yeah,
then-
it does it, right? Because it's like, because I never got to see it that way. Because when you don't see that, it's like, oh, this just revealed because I can see it. And then you're like, oh, there are these two black boxes
Right.
that, like, yeah.
If you don't see it in motion, you can definitely see that, like, shadow casting element.
Right. And I also like the map. I just really like exploring, like, a space.
It builds, yeah.
Yeah, like right now, like I have to
Builds
backtrack,
the
and it's got that
space
kind of
to-
Metroid vibe to it, which is why I think I'm like shoving that into Duskers right now. Is just because like wow, I'm really
What are you doing?
kind of lost here. I don't know what I'm doing.
No, there you go.
You know what I also love is the camera motion.
Right.
Like I love how when I'm
Left,
running up
left, back, left.
when I'm running up a corridor that bends, the camera starts to rotate. And like it just kind of
Oh,
it
yeah.
slightly disorients me, and it's just really cool. Like so right now, no, it's not gonna happen now. But when I go in this, if this hallway bends, it doesn't. This.
Alright.
So like it starts to kind of rotate with it,
Right.
and it just kind of slightly disorients me every now and then. Yeah, see, this is one of those where I can't get through those doors.
You can't get through those doors?
No.
Wait.
No, like see this is like a dead end.
No, forward. No, not that way. Up. Right. Why can't you?
You think this is a dead end?
Wait. What?
Yeah, usually I can find my way out of these places, but like maybe this.
Is that?
Yeah. But so like this is actually this game kind of turned me. I'm not gonna call it a twin stick shooter, but whatever you would call it on a mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
Like it kind of turned me onto this mode of play.
There you go.
Oh shit!
Here they come.
What's up, fuckers? Uh oh. See, this is when. Like being able to quickly use that mouse wheel kind of comes in. I love that.
Yeah, you-
I love dropping these things.
You're definitely not dropping them very well, though.
No, I'm not. And I'm hurting myself probably. The pistol makes me feel like such a badass. It's kind of like in Mario Kart when you play with the green shell and you like hit someone and you just feel that much cooler for not having to use a red shell. Woo! All right, now I got to go see what people have been saying. Switch to my pistol. So you guys have played this. Some of you guys have played this. Terrain is destructible with explosions. So in the very beginning, they teach me how to destroy some terrain. And I swear to God, I've always had these bombs, and I've gone up, and I've left them there and thrown them in twice, and nothing has ever destroyed for me. And I feel like there are these secret passages that I don't discover because shit won't blow up. So I don't understand why the terrain seems destructible, but it's not. So you explained that to me, TM Gunter.
Oh, I said Tim.
Tim Gunter? Oh, it might be.
Tim Hunter?
You should.
The
Yeah,
magic-
I
the
did
magic
ask.
gatherer.
I did ask Pete to post his Let's Play because it's really cool. I think it's interesting watching videos from game designers because they're doing a Let's Play, but they're talking about the game design, and I, of course, have chosen to do that for a living, so I find it incredibly interesting. You can carry two guns at once? How do you carry two at once?
In Nuclear Throne.
Oh, maybe in Nuclear Throne. Yeah, I don't think you can in this one.
The T is for Trevor. Okay, not Tim. All right.
Right.
Hi, Trevor.
There isn't a playable build of Duskers for the pre-orderers. I'm going to give that to them as soon as we hit alpha, which is in a couple weeks. And I'm going to have like a scavenger hunt that you guys can like roam around the map and try and find this thing. And we actually have it that'll email us when you find it and we'll tell you. But I think I made it really hard, and B, the game is incredibly obtuse, so you'll have no idea how to play. So I'm going to try and... What?
I think I'm doing a giveaway for my board game. I might give a prototype away.
You hear that? Have you guys heard of Randy's board game prototype Scoundrels? He might give away a prototype of that to anybody that beats Duskers. The scavenger hunt for Duskers.
What?
I'm promising it to people who beat...
No, So
the scavenger hunt for Duskers.
cost me $50 per prototype of that game. So
Yeah, but think about, should I keep playing Teleglitch, or do you guys have, you guys got to recommend another game. Ready? I'm going to put this off to the side again. Alright, so we've got 15 minutes left, so pick another game. Or,
we were talking.
huh?
But I thought we were talking.
We were talking, you and me? I thought we just were. It's cash, it's super cash. Come over here and talk while I play. It's actually easier. Oh, I'm in trouble. And people can't even see my game because they're picking another game, in theory. So know that I'm doing super great right now. Here. You guys won't be able to let me play any game on the right side of the map, and you can half see my game. Until you pick another game. Oh, shit. I never know if I can swear. Oh, this is interesting. You can eat canned meat, but not take med kits. Who knew? Proteus. You want to see me try to catch frogs? Alright. As soon as I die, we're playing Proteus. Capsule. Okay, we'll play Capsule. That is an interesting game that not no one, but a lot of people on this stream probably haven't seen. And I'm basing some of the feel of Duskers on it. Oh, fuck you. Let me pick that up. Alright, forget it. I don't care. I'm basing some of the Duskers stuff on that vibe. It's kind of like sort of my Bible for, like, old tech. No! Oh. What am I doing? There's something so gratifying about blowing things up, even in a video game. As if I had to tell you guys this. I don't have any weapons. I don't have any ammo. Oh, I do. Make every shot count! Because I'm no good with the knife. Know that I am no good with the knife. now you guys see my ugly secret. Come on! Die! See, that wasn't bad. Are these the sticky grenades? That's so cool. That's just so cool when you blow people up. People gotta die. What is this? Hardware? Whoops. I was looking at my inventory and I walked into the teleportation of doom. Yes, that is the Saltzman and Arnott capsule. So one thing that I worry about Duskers a little bit is that it doesn't... I think it Let's Plays well because it's a roguelike or procedurally generated, but it doesn't show Let's Play well because it's very slow and plotting, as opposed to what we just saw there, where it's like, you know, things are always happening and you're running through doorways and stuff like that. Because it's really, there's a lot of strategy to it. So I don't know. Yeah, so I checked out Quadrilateral Cowboy because Brendan Chung is awesome, and he actually sent me a copy of it, and I was able to play it. And I actually think that Quad Cow, as he calls it... Wait, where'd it go? Where'd Capsule go? Oh, there it is. Oh. Maybe I don't have it installed on this. Alright, that'll take like 2 seconds to install. There you go. I think he faces a more difficult challenge than I do. Here, hold on. I gotta... let me see if I can resize this. So cool that I can. Sorry. Okay. So he faces challenges that I don't with the interface. So in Quadrilateral Cowboy, you are running around in a first-person perspective, and then you got to throw your deck down and then start typing, which is very difficult, or not difficult, but it's just a lot more. In Duskers, you're always in the command line interface, and the arrow keys pilot you around in this top-down view. So I feel that I have less hurdles in my way of the UI than he does. Though it's super sexy when you throw the deck down in that 3D environment. I think that's really cool. But yeah, so I asked him all about the problems he had introducing players to a command line interface, and he was awesome about that. That being said, this is Capsule. Adam Saltzman of Lots of Stuff fame, probably most famous for what's the endless runner that Cannonball, that's it.
Gravity Hook is better.
Gravity Hook is better supposedly, though I've never played it. There's dissension amongst the group. And then Robin Arnott that's working on Sound Self, and he did all the audio design. So just take this in for a little bit, right? You're introduced to the game like this. You get this kind of blurry screen. You've got the curvature of the CRT. Can you see my mouse? I can't see my mouse. You get the curvature of the CRT, and then you can hear the breathing, and then you can see the scan line coming down, like refreshing the display, which is just so great. Oops, I think this is screwed up because I resized it. Hold on. Let me see if I can't fix this. Alright, you know what? Starting again. Where did it go? The problem is that they continually move. There it is. No, I didn't want full space. Or full space. Actually, I'm just going to make it full screen because it's easier. You have this really simple interface where you can move around with the arrow keys, right? And you see this on the bottom, the 0 degrees. So this is a mine that I don't want to run into. And then by hitting space, you send out this ping. And as you can see, this interface is just very, just old tech, kind of like what lo-fi would be for both audio and visuals. And then you can see that you can give it power. And see the progress bar as it's scanning? That's so great. And then those beeps, those hardware beeps, they're just so brilliant. So I'm not even paying attention. The actual objective of the game, we're supposed to be finding, this drone is coming after me. We can run out of power or oxygen, and you see how I'm 3,800 meters away, and it's at 349, so at the bottom, if I go, and you find this out later on, okay, I'm out of power, and now I'm going to drift and die. So it's a little bit like Duskers in that regard. And it's going to wait until I run out of oxygen, which is great. Oh, whoops. Hopefully this doesn't screw everything up. Okay. We'll just wait while I die. When I first decided that I was going to make Duskers, I wanted it to have that old tech kind of Alien 1 sort of vibe. And this is us suffocating. I don't know if you guys can hear it that well. I also don't know if the volume is way too loud. I never asked you guys. But this is kind of what I wanted. I wanted this very lo-fi feel that really felt like, that old tech. Okay, it's screwed up again. Hold on. Sorry about this. I didn't test this. Okay. But it can be really fun because what'll happen... I'm a little too far along in the game right now. So it's at 111, 112, so I'm going to go this way. And then you'll see that when you're on course, that the numbers are decreasing much more rapidly. And you only want to use up so much power. And then what you do is you'll ping out, and there are fuel cells, and there's air pockets. And what happens that's really clever is that you will... Oh, God. That hurt. So you got to kind of avoid these drones. So what happens is, you see how I'm avoiding this drone and I'm trying to get to these things? It takes me off my course, right? And then I won't notice that all of a sudden I'm not heading perfectly. Well, actually, I am kind of on course right now. But you'll start to head off course to get like an air pocket. Like this fuel cell is right here, so that was really easy. So now I have more power. But there'll be an air pocket, and you'll go off, and it'll be like, do I deviate from my course to get the oxygen, and is it worth it? And then you'll get turned around. So there is an air pocket that I just missed. And you'll get turned around. So like I might go, see if I can find. I don't know what therium is. And there's a lot of things that you just have to discover on your own. Okay, so here's an air pocket. It's like really close. But now, if I don't pay attention, I've got to head back to 104 degrees and then update, you know? If that kind of makes sense? I don't know if that makes sense. And I'm not paying attention. What time is it? I have no idea. So I feel like I have enough oxygen. I probably don't. No, I don't have enough oxygen. We're probably gonna die. Air pocket. Okay, here we go. There we go. Alright, we gotta get back to 100 degrees. There we go. And hopefully we'll get more power. Oh god. Oh, I've never run a drone into a mine like that. That was pretty cool. Okay, so gotta... Uh-oh. We're not gonna make it. And see, like, listen to that, like, hard, you know, alert warning. It's just like, oh, we're so screwed. Yeah, we're gonna die. We're just gonna drift through space, and hopefully we'll get something. Fuel cell, here we go. Oh, you're kidding me! You're kidding me! We're like a fucking centimeter away from a fuel cell, and now we get to die. But I guess watching this, you guys can kind of see why this was so inspiring when I was making Duskers, or when I was thinking about Duskers, and we haven't really done the art on Duskers to the degree that I want to get it. Okay, this is a little annoying. We haven't really attacked the atmosphere in Duskers yet. We did one pass with Jill, just for GDC, just so that people would understand what we're going for. But I want to add all that kind of stuff into the game. And if I could get like sort of like half or 3/4 of the atmosphere they were able to get in Capsule, I would be happy with Duskers. So it's a big shout out to those guys. And that's on Steam. So if you guys want, you guys can pick it up.